This is going to be like a panel discussion, and later we will have some time for others also to ask any questions. And only if you want, you can raise your hand or you can just unmute and start talking. There is no pressure to answer every question. Okay. So my first question is, how has life changed for you? How were you when you joined the program? And what has shifted for you now? Anyone wants to share? Yes, Anupama?
When I joined the program in November last year, I was quite all over the place and nothing was feeling right. I just wanted to run away from my reality. I I didn't want to be a homemaker. I didn't want to be a mother. I didn't want to play so many roles. And there used to be arguments with loved ones, and I was not able to understand where I was going wrong. But then now, after 6 months, the biggest change that I'm seeing in myself is there is more clarity. I feel that there was some dust, layers of dust on my eyes, which I could not see. I was not open to absorbing what I needed to learn or why other people were behaving the way they did. I was not able to understand them. And now when those layers of dust have been removed, I feel that now when I'm put in a similar situation as before, I can actually understand where the other person is coming from. He's saying something for my benefit. He actually means good for me, and I'm more receptive and open to hearing that person out. And the acrimonious arguments, the constant this discord, all of that has reduced to the minimum. Like, even if I get angry at the first instance because it's a pattern in a particular situation, if I do get angry again, very quickly I'm able to calm myself down and very practically and I think intuitively I can see that where the other person is coming from, and this is not worth fighting over. We both want the good for each other, and that is huge. It has given me so much peace within, that this is the first time that I am staying with my parents for almost a month now. It's summer vacation here in India, and I'm staying with them for almost a month for the first time in the last after marriage. That is after 14 years. So I think this is a huge accomplishment, and I'm enjoying their company and vice versa. So this is a huge change for me. I've got my parents back, I would say. Yeah, I just love them. It's a newfound love. I love myself and I love everybody around me. I'm able to, my heart has opened. Something in my heart has opened, I feel. Thank you.
I'm muted. Thank you, Anupama, for sharing so openly and vulnerably and from your heart. Anyone else wants to share? Yeah, Shrutika?
Yeah, so I think I was in a space where I had a very young baby, like 1.5 year old baby, and everything was very tiring. I hated myself. I did not really appreciate anything around me. And I remember I had a one-on-one counseling with Meha Didi, and it was like I was very much aware that I'm not speaking myself. I'm not calm anymore, what I used to be. So I did not really. I think I was in a phase where I did not feel myself. So when we joined this group, I kind of set an intention that I just want to bring myself back what I was before, and I think that was missing, and I've tried everything after the after the baby to try to bring myself back. But I think in somewhere down the process, I don't know how it happened, but it's just I ended up, I think, discovering my own self. And I think exactly like what Anupama had said, I'm just very calm. I don't know how it has happened. It doesn't bother things that used to bother me. Toxicity around work has reduced drastically, which was a big issue for me. I remember when I had joined. So I think it's just small things have shifted in a way permanently. I feel that have just brought in a lot of fulfillment in every way. I enjoy every time I have with my baby. Earlier, I used to hate it. I used to have, of course, arguments with my partner in calculating who's having how much free time, who's taking care of the baby. I think somewhere it's just dissolved. Everything has just very much like just gone away. And I don't know, I have this amazing, beautiful, peaceful just bubble around me. And I love to just carry forward everything that comes along. And I have shared this in the group also in our sessions and in one-on-one otherwise with Neha Didi. I've received some amazing professional opportunities in the meanwhile, and some amazing things have happened. So I feel I was ready to do the inner work. I just did not know what to do. And I feel it just manifested in many more ways than I could think about. So extremely happy and a lot of gratitude to you, Meha Didi, to take me through everything, and to just, and the sessions were so simple and so deep and simple that I did not realize only what it is changing within. And it just, I can't believe it's 6 months and so much has just like shifted. So yeah, there's lots to count, but this is like a small gist of it. Thank you so much. Thank you.
We are all in this together, and I have same amount of gratitude, if not more, for all of you for trusting in me. Okay, anyone else wants to share? Yes, Divya?
My friends, you know how we started the first session. My video would be off, I wouldn't be sharing anything. And now we have new members in the group here, and I'm ready to share. So that's one of the biggest accomplishment that I have through this course. And people who know me personally also one-on-one, they know that I do not open up. And it's very hard. The beauty of this space is knowledge, wisdom, learning all goes hand in hand. It's a part of a program. But the way the space is holded for you, whatever is it you're going through, you want to close this with your family, with your kid, you're a new mother, or you're trying to have a very strong inner work or self-awareness that I am doing it, or you have, you want to increase your, it just holds that beautiful space for everybody. But for me, when I speak, it has hold the space for me to deepen that understanding and that deeper connection with myself that I was missing a lot. And then to open it up and share with everybody so that it makes more sense to me. That's one. I'm not much of a very objective person as such. I have a very strong intuitive sense of things. And the way what I wanted, that strong connection with myself, and the way through these 6 months it has unraveled to me is beautiful. From me stepping up to be me 100% in front of everybody as well. Also to find the courage to speak up like that. So people who are like me, like, intuitive, but not so objective, not so logical, and still goes with their heart, they get that kind of courage to be just themselves. And this space holds that for you. And then, of course, you go back to that beautiful flow that Didi do. You would not even know what beautiful tips will just settle in with you, from food to mindful thoughts to emotions and feelings, and how you can be really aware of it throughout your day. And all the data and knowledge is so beautifully compiled that whenever you go back, you feel like, we discussed this. Oh, yeah, I know that. And you just always can refer back to it. It won't be like, the class is over and it's gone. Where do I go and what do I do? Um, I am I'm like, I was going through a very tough time when I joined the class. And now I'm in a space where I'm celebrating every moment. Like all my friends, they are like peaceful, calm, and everything. For me to even show that, that's my celebration. Like, I'm happy, I'm showing it. I'm sad, I'm showing it. And that's the celebration for me. And thank you for all the ladies, along with Dee handling it, but all my great girls who would just, would be just there for me to talk about things. One more thing I want to tell you is what it did for me in this course is we tend to forget that beautiful strength or bond that we women have for each other. Like the way we can hold for each other, like and that is an amazing thing for at workplace, personally and professionally also. And that Dee does it she does it very effortlessly. And it comes very naturally to her. So having all other objective things that we might talk about, how digestion, sleep, effect on our internal self and mental thought clarity, all of it will come. But yes, that's from me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Divya. Thank you so much for sharing from your heart. That's what I'm loving, that all of you are just sharing from your heart. Andrea, if you want to, you can go ahead.
Yeah, my turn. I know, and the beginning of this class, I didn't really know what to expect, but I've grown quite a bit. I think I have a stronger connection with myself and for a higher power, even, and such a beautiful connection with people all the way across in another country. It's amazing, Anu, how you bring this group together and how the whole format of it is so easy. Like Divya said, it's so easy to talk to people. It's like your instant best friends, even though but it's just the space is calm and inviting and easy to share. And I think sometimes we all have the same problem, only a different circumstance. The bottom line, it's the same sort of problems. And it's just and we help each other just, trying to figure out a situation or and fixing that problem, or like a way to deal with that problem, or adjusting our mindset. And I feel like I've changed a lot in my mindset, and I needed to get back to that. I've kind of been lost a couple of years and just out of sorts and can't get my focus. And what do I want? What do I really want? And that, I think the group has helped me get that focus back as well. And but I'm sure it's all the love and everything that I get from this group. So it has helped me, guide me, and it's just an experience I'll never forget. Thank
Thanks for sharing, Andrea, and we will never forget you.
you.
So I'm going to just now ask a few questions and then we'll open up to the audience as well. So my question is, after doing this group, does this mean your life is going to be perfect? And we'll take one or two answers. Who wants to share? Yes, Shrutika.
Yeah, I don't think so. It is perfect. I just think there is an understanding of how to balance and how to find your way, navigate your way through it. I still have a toddler. I still have sleepless nights. I still have the same issues. It's just the perspective of how I'm approaching and having my own energy saved, or unlocking my power through all these situations rather than cribbing, crying, and sulking and all of those things, and just depriving myself of where I could achieve or what I could do. So perfect in a way, not perfect, but more aware, I feel. I know probably what's happening and what I can do to change and to be myself and to kind of act upon it. So yeah.
And how does that make you feel?
Very fulfilled and very peace and calm. And I feel there is this silent uh, energy and power that is just unlocked inside. I'm not able to put it in exact words, but I just feel very confident that if I'm put into a certain situation, I'm not cripping or being scared or something. I'm able to like go just close my eyes and think and understand and act what I'm supposed to do about it. Uh, Home, professional, again, all of it. So I feel very empowered, very silently empowered, not like, hey, here you go, I'm this, but yeah, just very confident, very, very.
So it's not like you're screaming on rooftops, I am powerful. Hmm?
I don't need to. I think it's just the way I'm approaching. I can tell, I can see people around me. Suddenly there are compliments and I'm getting these sharings, people who are leaving from my office, like you have immense knowledge and you have guided me. And I was like, I have no idea what even happened. But it's just probably people around you kind of notice that. So no need to scream anymore. People can just see that you are a powerful being, and that itself is a good validation to know. Yeah.
Beautiful, thank you. We can take one more if you have anything new to add. Yes, Anupama.
I think if you'll see my the video recordings of our session starting November, my face would have looked pretty exhausted and tired and not very happy. I think I've got the glow back on my face, and nothing has changed. I'm still a mother, wife, daughter, homemaker. In fact, I've started going to office also. I've only added more responsibility. Um, but despite all of that, I am happy. There's a sense of peace within. I feel better equipped to play so many roles in my life, and at the same time to also acknowledge my true inner self. I think the inner self wants to be heard, wants to be accepted, and that is really a game changer. I agree with everything that Shrutika said just now, so I will not repeat it. I will only say ditto. And yeah, I feel equipped and yeah, very, very excited to play multiple roles. Like my earlier feeling of wanting to run away from all my responsibilities and just go in isolation and be myself, that feeling I have gotten over. So I think what more can I say?
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank
Can I
you.
quickly say, like, in few seconds, something?
Okay.
So I have learned how to mother myself. The thing that you do at the start of the day, it has sink in well. So I have learned how to mother myself. It's not an end of the road, but it's a journey, and I'm learning how to mother myself.
And how does that help you, Divya?
If my cup that I'm filling first for myself, my cup is filled, I wouldn't be running, I would be unhappy, I wouldn't be at stress, I wouldn't be not me. I would always be me. And then I can add on and go out and do whatever I want to do. That's my choice. But if I keep on mothering myself, then I'm empowered and at peace.
So somewhere I'm hearing this common theme that you guys got to meet yourself, who you really are, your authentic self. And with that comes a certain level of peace. Okay. So as we'll take one share for this, has anyone noticed any benefit your family is getting out of this work you did? Because 6 months you spent, right? You took that time out for our classes and everything. Yes, Andrea, what did you notice?
I can share on this one, I guess. I think that I'm kinder to my husband. And and not just him, but other people that are around me. I feel like I've just been calmer and kinder person, and I'm kinder to myself too. I'm catching myself whenever I have that bad self-thought or something like that, or I think that has shifted for me as well. So it's kinder to myself and those around me, and just not going way overboard with emotion on something when it's unnecessary, and just kind of take a step, calm down, assess the situation. Yeah.
Beautiful. Thanks, Andrea. That is so powerful to be able to take that pause.
Yeah, it's
right?
been hard. It's been hard, but it's the
hard.
process.
Thanks for sharing. Maybe we should have a testimonial of your husband also. So I will ask one last question and then we will take some questions from the audience. My last question is very quickly, if you can share one tool that you learned in these 6 months that is your favorite tool. Any one tool that's your favorite tool. You can see how much they're thinking. There's so many tools they've learned. Yes, Anupama.
Whenever I'm stressed in my day, I used to just deep breathe, but I didn't realize I was not doing the deep breaths the right way. So the the yogic breathing that you taught us, that has worked wonders with me, and I realized that breathing the right way, even if I take 5 breaths each time I feel nervous or stressed out, completely relaxes me, and it is a game changer. So yeah, that's very powerful and doable, very doable.
Very nice. Thank you. Anyone else? Yes, Andrea?
I think just making that you have the ability to change, that you have the ability to change your routine and change your thought pattern. I mean, just that itself has been helpful to me, I guess. So you've offered us so many things, and it's like, okay, I can get up and I can go for a walk, or I can, drink my tea or drink, and all of these things just benefit me to start my day, to have a good start to my day, and my day will be good. Just I'm off to a good start. So if I wake up and I can't do this or I can't do that, some of my routine stuff, not that it's like rigid, but it just helps start the day off right.
I thought Andrea would mention the CCFT. She's mentioned it so many times. I think in one
Yeah.
web crack that tea.
She loves the tea, right? Yeah. Yeah. Shrutika and Divya, if you can share.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure. I think it's a tool, but uh, uh, just making regularizing my sleep patterns according to the timings that I was more struggling, I think, with that. And I remember before joining the course, I had met Nima in one of the family functions, and she's like, the sleep is like where you're absolutely like, you have to pay attention. And I understood, I think, the power of rest, which I was not having. There are so many tools. Of course, there's one more I just would like to add, which has helped me a lot, is cocoon meditation. It's really protecting myself and saving my energy for what is really needed, and not letting I think I'm a very empath that way. So it's just very like, but around, if there was anybody who's draining my energy, that stopped happening. So that cocoon meditation and sleep, I think a combination of that was wonders for me.
Thanks. Divya, before I come to you, I just wanted to say that if anyone is interested in cocoon meditation, it is on my YouTube channel, the Ayurveda Ayurvedic Counseling. So you can try it out. Yes, Divya?
It's the simplicity of chanting, but then amazing effect of it. Whether it be before food, before cooking, before eating, or in general, to invoke feminine energy. That's one. Second is how amazing if you are very conscious and self-aware of what you're eating and how are you eating it impacts your whole day, mood, emotions, mind. So those are the two strong tools that really helped me through this.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Now let's take a question from the audience. If anyone has a question, please raise your hand. You can raise your electronic hand. That way, let's see. or your physical hand. Any questions? No? Okay. I can ask one last question then. 6 months can be a long time. How did you do these 6 months? It's a big commitment, especially for busy women. How did you give 6 months? Yes, Anupama?
I was not ready to commit to 6 months. When I spoke to you, I was like, I don't have the time and I'm already so busy. You're just adding more to my plate. But when the session started, I was so looking forward to them every week. It was so, there was something very, very therapeutic about the space that you held for all of us. And the knowledge we were gaining, each session, at the end of every session, there was some intangible shift within. And that shift made us one notch happier. And that feeling kept us going. That, oh, I felt so good. I want to feel this feeling again next week. And every time there was a holiday and there was a gap of 2 weeks between the sessions, my body, like that Tuesday when the session was there in India, I'm like, oh, the session is there, and then like, oh, it's not there, and I would actually be disappointed about it. Though the timing was extremely difficult. It was coinciding with dropping my kids to school, getting them ready. It was not the most convenient time for me, but just made it happen, and I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, girls. We can go on for another few months. We love it. We don't
So
stop.
I was just thinking of asking when we opened these session for questions. I'm like, if nobody's asking, can I ask what is the other way to we keep on meeting on Tuesdays?
Yeah. Okay. So I think this is great. We've answered a lot of questions. And if anyone still has a question, feel free to raise your hand. And now maybe we can then move to the last part of the session. That is where I was just going to share the work I do, and if anyone wants to work with me, what they can do. Okay? So I'm just going to have you guys back with everyone. Thank you guys so much for sharing today, sharing your experiences. Okay. So I'm just going to go back to my slides.
Dear, quick question to you,
Yeah.
like a quick few second question. How is your experience with
Oh,
all of
how
this?
is my experience? Oh, this is like a surprise question. Huh? I was not
Yes.
prepared for it now. I have to think. I have to think about it. Huh?
That's a quiz for you.
Yeah. So I feel fulfilled because I have always wanted to serve people since I was a child. But I was looking for what is the gift I'm here to share, right? I've been looking for that gift for a long time. And when I started these group programs, I noticed that they really make me very happy. My heart is very happy. And at the same time, I am not too happy also because I don't want my ego to come in and me to feel, oh, I did this. All these women are talking. I did this for these women. I did it. No. You guys were ready for the transformations. You were ready to raise your vibration. You asked somewhere for divine help, divine guidance. Somewhere I was given a message. And I offered the next group, and you guys took it up. You guys asked for it. I was able to provide it. So I have a lot of satisfaction that I could do it. And I have a satisfaction that you have become beacons of light now for other women, because this is a journey. And now
Yeah.
that you're connecting with yourself, as you do your inner work, your purpose will find you. And then you will step into your purpose with that same attitude of gratitude, attitude of service, and you will help other women. So I just feel very blessed that I can do something I love and make a difference to the world. Okay. Thanks for
Thank
asking,
you for
Divya.
sharing. Thank you for sharing.
Okay. So what is the work I do? I basically help women, in short, come into their power. So many of us don't realize we are goddesses. And many of us are in a victim mindset. Or we really feel very small, which is not our reality. So I do one-on-one consultations as well as group programs. And I like to help women who feel like this woman on the left move to the woman on the right. This is always my intention. And every woman is different, and everyone takes their own time. But when the divine timing has come, things start to roll. When women work with me, I help them get over the past. All of us are holding so much anger, resentment, regret, rejection, grief. We are holding all these emotions in our heart. And what happens is, one, these emotions manifest in our body, and we can start seeing health issues come up. And the other thing that happens is it really affects our relationships, because when our heart is holding on to all these emotions, we start closing that heart. It's like we form a wall around our heart. We don't want to get hurt more. So we build a wall, and now we are not able to connect with our loved ones. So I help women release those hurts and the past traumas and release that, so they can feel lighter, more joyful, actually enjoy what they have. They own their power. The state of well-being improves, relationships improve, they start radiating a different kind of beauty. This is like an inner beauty. And when we do inner work and we release our traumas, you'll be surprised to know many of these traumas are actually from our ancestors. We carry our ancestors on our back, and this is called intergenerational trauma. So we work on releasing this trauma. And when we do that, it benefits our past 7 generations and our future 7 generations. Imagine, if you look at ROI, I don't think you get better ROI on anything else. One of my client's husband, he said that he saw his wife had integrated spiritual teachings into her daily life. Her interactions improved with her daughter. She became calmer and kinder. And she also started connecting with family members. And this was a lady from my first group, and she came in so sad. If you see the recordings also, she was so sad. And by the end, when she finished, her face had completely transformed. So it's also the magic of a group. One-on-one has its own value. I can meet you where you are, but when you do group work, even the other women who come in, everyone works together, so it has its own energy. So I always ask women, do you want to survive or do you want to thrive? So if anyone wants to work with me, I always offer a 15-minute complimentary call where I discuss what are your challenges, and then we see what is best for you. Would it be one-on-one? Would it be group call? Or maybe someone else, and I can recommend another practitioner to work with you. Okay. And yeah, this was my last question for today. So now I'm open to any questions that you might have for me.